Welcome to all the Divine Atma Jyotis. Let us continue our contemplation of Aparoksha Anubhuti. We are on the day one talk by Sri Prabhuji. So we have so far, many of us have presented on what is Aparoksha Anubhuti, what is the purpose of studying this scripture, or why we should study this Vedantic scripture. Also, we have contemplated on what are the qualifications for studying this scripture and why this qualification, this criteria is important. In addition to that, we've also contemplated on what is consciousness and awareness as part of this series of discussions, Manana. So today, those of you who have not yet presented your views on the first three questions, that is, what is Aparoksha Anubhuti, what is the qualification, and what is consciousness and awareness. If you're prepared, please present that. Otherwise, today we will be focusing on the question number 3, which is, what is duality, what is the effect of duality, and what is the solution. So this is what we'll focus on to begin with now. So who wants to begin? Is anyone here, who hasn't yet presented your view on what is Aparoksha Anubhuti?
So,
Yes, Shilpakalaji.
So I have not done the first bit actually.
Yeah.
I think the first time we did, I had not seen the video.
Yeah.
So I have seen Guruji's video and I have written down.
Excellent. So please go ahead, then start with that.
Okay. So Aparoksha Anubhuti is self-realization, that is through direct experience of self. So it is there are two types of experiences, that is pratyaksha and paroksha. So pratyaksha means what is available to the eyes for direct perception, and indirect paroksha is indirect experience, where like for example someone has visited a place and is describing it to you. So aparoksha is that is what is not directly experienced by me, nor it is experienced by someone else. So it is my Guruji says it's a intuitive experience of self and Brahman through a deeper inner experience. He also mentions about a perception, that is intuitive experience of self-realization. So self-realization, what is self-realization? So world is divided into subject and object, that is Atma and Anatma. So it is like further discussed that subject and object duality causes problems in life. Any object that we experience has to become, we wanted to become the subject, then we feel that it will complete us. So I want to, it's like I want to experience myself. Uh, it, we feel that we want to experience that object, and due to the lack of, due to sense of lack, we are never satisfied with the subject and object duality. Duality brings fear and desire, and to get rid of fear and desire, we need to experience non-duality. And experience of non-duality is Aparoksha Anubhuti. Uh, and our desire is infinite, but we have a limitation of body and mind. And happiness is temporary, and eventually unhappiness follows. So non-duality can relieve us from suffering. So Advaita is Brahman merging into you. Atma and Brahman has to become one. Brahman merging into Atma, that experience is called Aparoksha Anubhuti.
So is it, Shilpakalaji, in your understanding,
Yes.
like, we have a river and the
Yes,
river
sir.
is flowing. Yeah, so it starts somewhere and it flows and eventually it reaches ocean. And, usually there is a place where the river is meeting the ocean.
Yes, sir.
So is it like that, when we use the word merging, what is your view on merging and what is your view on experience here?
So merging. So it is merging. It's not different. So merging is in like I can see the fifth question here. How Brahman merging into me is different from me merging into Brahman. Is that what is?
No, that is not the question. The question I'm raising to you is,
Okay.
when you say merging, Brahman merging into Atman, Atman, Brahman becoming one.
Yes, sir.
So is it like the river and the ocean, which are two separate things? And then the river flows to the ocean and then merges and becomes part of the ocean.
Okay. So
So
it is.
is it like that?
No, so it is not different. So it is one. I mean, it's already one. It is just the revelation is not there, na, sir. I mean, so it is one. I mean,
It's already one, according to
yes,
you. So
yes,
then,
sir.
that's why I'm asking the question. How do you bring clarity to the word merging? Because the word merging in the commonsensical usage means, oh, two things are there, two separate things are
Two
there.
separate things. Yes, 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 sir.
Yeah, yeah. Like you take salt into water and then you mix, oh, now they're merged. Until then, salt was separate, water was separate.
So I don't know how to explain this, sir.
Any way of analogy? I know it is not directly the explanation.
So Brahman is the reflection of everyone. So how to put it?
Go on,
So
correct.
like we all are we are all reflections of Brahman only, no? So there is one source.
So here then, are you saying merger means realizing that already I am the reflection of the Brahman?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Then where is this? Is this an experience? Because the word experience also we use in our day-to-day life.
Yes,
I
sir.
ate the mango. The experience was very nice. I saw that movie. The experience was very good. So we use experience in describing where something else I consumed through my senses.
Yes, sir.
So is it a similar experience here?
Experience. It's an experience of eating the mango, right?
Yeah. So that
So
is how we generally use the word experience. So the question I'm asking you is Aparoksha Anubhuti, when we say non-direct or direct experience, right? Non-indirect or direct experience or a perception. When you say it's an experience, what can you clarify between these two kinds of experience? Is there a difference or not?
So, so the experience is different, no, sir, because mango experience, it's the experience which I'm getting through the object.
Yeah.
Whereas the Aparoksha Anubhuti is a direct experience. It is um, something which is the experience is related to our true self. I mean,
Sure.
it's a deep inner experience.
So see, whenever we say experience, so now right now, where are you experiencing the words that are that I'm speaking? Where are you experiencing them?
In my mind.
In your mind, right?
Yes.
So you're seeing, or you're hearing, or you're smelling. See, this is what we associate with our senses, right? So something is coming through your senses, and in your mind, you see
Yes.
the sensation, then you are giving a meaning to it.
Yes.
And then you may give later a meaning that, oh, it was a very nice, when the meaning is nice and positive and something that you felt good, you call it as a good experience. Otherwise, you call it as a bad experience.
Yes.
So experience, therefore, is something that is happening because you're using your senses and your mind.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Is Aparoksha Anubhuti similar?
So it is so because when I'm listening, I mean, when I'm hearing words through my ears, even my mind is listening. So Aparoksha Anubhuti is somewhere where my five organs, I know, I'm aware that my five sense organs are limited. There are limitations. It is experiencing beyond that limitation.
Okay. So again, when you use experience, is it happening then, where is it happening and to who it is happening? Who is the one who's experiencing? Because in any experience, you say, I am the experiencer, and that object is the object of experience.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Mango is the object of experience, and I ate the mango, so I am the subject of that experience.
Yes,
I
sir.
ate mango, so mango was nice. So I am the subject, and mango is the object.
Yes, sir.
So then, what is happening in Aparoksha Anubhuti? Am I downloading Brahman?
So actually, what I feel honestly is it's through my five sense organs is what which help me recognize uh, the Brahman.
Mm,
Um, uh, that I would say would be it's like a stepping stone which
mm,
would help me through my five sense organs realize
mm,
uh, Brahman.
mm.
Um, it then it would only be through practices where I can go beyond that, beyond experience the pure consciousness. It's what I'm trying to say is increase my awareness levels to an extent where it's pure awareness, and then I can experience pure consciousness.
So notice the sentence there, where I am increasing my awareness. So you are still increasing your awareness, some capacity called as awareness.
Yes, sir.
And then there is, then that will enable me to experience the consciousness. So
Yes,
there is something called consciousness in this sentence, and there is something called as I am, and that I
yes,
am is experiencing the consciousness in this sentence.
yes.
Is that the view that you have?
Um, so I am would be um, so initially it would start with I am, but
Hmm.
then I will become one with consciousness later on, so
So
become Brahman.
then wonderful. So now you're taking a U-turn. No. It is me who's going to go into Brahman. Okay, so now this me going into Brahman. So how is that journey going to happen? Are when that okay? Let's assume the journey has happened. So how that experience? Who will be experiencing that merging?
So that,
And I am becoming one with Brahman.
so, so it will be my true self, na, sir, who would be experiencing that being one with Brahman.
So, the focus I am bringing is on the experience. What is
Experience.
the
Okay, sir.
experience here? Because when we talk about the word experience, there are two sides to the experience. Someone who is experiencing, or something is experiencing something else. There is
Yes.
a subject who is experiencing. There is an object of experience. I have never touched cold iron, and I touch, and it gives me sensations. And now I say, oh, I have experienced cold iron, how it feels. So there's a very clear, I did not have that experience, and I have that experience now. So
Yes.
is it similar when you say Aparoksha Anubhuti? Is it similar?
So I don't know how to explain this, but
So somewhere you feel it is different, but you're unable to express it in your own way.
um, so experience is so experiencer and the experienced. So everything is one only, na, sir. So
Yeah, so then what is Aparoksha Anubhuti? Then why are we calling it as direct experience?
So because it is beyond the 5.
So then how will this occur? How will this experience happen? Because the moment we say experience, it is something that is to be experienced, right?
Yes.
It's like saying that I have not climbed Mount Everest. I want to have the experience of climbing Mount Everest. So it's an experience to be had, maybe
Yes,
sometime in the future.
Yes, sir.
So is Aparoksha Anubhuti in the same category?
So Aparoksha Anubhuti comes in revealing that Brahman is within us. So I don't know, so how to experience. I mean, sorry, how to explain it in terms of use the experience logic and explain. So
Right. So you are clear that it is not necessarily an experience like eating mango, going to some place.
yes, sir. Yeah.
So it is not that. So
Yes, it's
it
not
is
that.
not
Yeah.
that is clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Excellent, excellent. Okay. So yeah. So sometimes you can describe something by describing what it is not.
Yes, sir.
It's a lot easier to describe what it is not than to describe what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Wonderful. Very nice. So as long as that clarity is there. But let's also listen to, I think Deepa ji unmuted herself earlier. Don't know if she
Yes.
wanted to speak.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes, Deepa ji.
I have actually presented on the definition of Aparoksha Anubhuti and the purpose.
Hmm.
Why should we study this?
Hmm.
Then, even what is duality? What is the effect of duality? What is the solution?
Yeah.
But the qualification for studying Aparoksha Anubhuti, it is, I think, just same as in Tattva.
Hmm.
But specifically in Guruji's video, I didn't come across this, sir.
Correct. He doesn't dwell upon it in too much depth because it's already covered in Tattva Bodha.
Okay.
The okay. Are you saying that you already have spoken about what is Aparoksha Anubhuti?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you heard the discussion with Shilpakala ji.
Yeah.
How would you help Shilpakala ji? What is your way of defining Aparoksha Anubhuti?
Aparoksha Anubhuti is the direct experience of the self, whereas other experiences like Pratyaksha and Paroksha. Pratyaksha is also direct, but it is related to the things around us.
Hmm.
And Paroksha, which is not available to the sense organs, like we have not seen it,
Hmm.
but it is uh, described by someone else.
But you're still experiencing that through your sense only, right? You're hearing somebody talk about it. You're seeing somebody showing it.
But it is not direct, isn't it, sir? So it is
Yeah.
different from Pratyaksha.
It is not pratyaksha. Pratyaksha means through my own eyes. Pratyaksha, right?
Yes.
Paroksha means through somebody else's eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still,
Then,
you're consuming it through your sense only.
yeah. Yes, sir.
So
That's
then what is the
like
distinction with that to aparoksha?
Aparoksha, it is neither my sense perception nor someone else's. It
Hmm.
is my direct inner experience, and it is also called intuitive experience, or you may call it as self realization.
Hmm. So what is the, okay, so how would you give an analogy or an example or some kind of a metaphor to help understand? So because we are using it as an experience, the word experience is coming again and again. So just to bring clarity, I'm asking this question again and again. Can you give an example?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
When I eat a mango, I actually my sense organ has experienced it. So it is pratyaksha. That is pratyaksha, or that experience is the direct experience of the mango.
One small interjection there.
Yeah.
When I eat a mango, my sense organs have experienced. So are you saying that it is the sense organs which are experiencing?
I am experiencing it through my sense organ.
Okay, excellent. And the I am here is?
I am here is
Someone who must be feeling separate from the mango, no?
yeah, the subject, self.
So someone who feels I am separate from the mango, I'm different from the mango. That is why
Yes.
I'm experiencing the mango.
Yeah.
Because if I'm already mango, I cannot experience mango.
Yes, sir.
So I must be someone who is separate from the mango.
Yeah.
Yeah, please continue.
So I am separate from the mangoes. That's the reason I want to make myself complete eating that. And this is pratyaksha.
Excellent, correct.
Paroksha, if somebody else is describing the mango to be so sweet, and I want, and that actually is tempting me to have the taste of it, then that is paroksha.
Huh. I mean, when they're describing, you are consuming that description through maybe they're showing you a picture, they're telling some things.
Yes.
And maybe, they just have eaten the mango and their hand is still smelling. So they bring it near your nose. So you are getting an experience of all this. But here also still, you, the one who wants to experience and the object of experience are separate.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Then aparoksha, it is neither described by someone nor seen by me, or neither my sense perception nor someone else's. It is my deep inner experience.
This is where I want us to be very clear. When we keep using it's my deep inner experience. So, like
it is the deep inner experience of the self, sir.
Sure. So there is I am who is not the mango, like that. I am who is not the self is like how the mango I ate. Somehow I am consuming this self because I am and self are separate. No.
Here, I think I don't feel the mango is separate from me.
So I am is not separate from self.
Yeah.
Then how is it a deep inner experience?
Deep inner experience, it is because here my awareness and consciousness are one. I mean, they are the same to me. Whereas now I associate everything with my body. At in that experience of Aparoksha Anubhuti, that won't happen, I believe.
Okay. Just notice the sentences there. In the Aparoksha Anubhuti, that won't happen, I believe.
Yeah.
So there is someone who is still believing.
Yeah, because I am not recognizing that experience within me, sir. Though I have it,
So which still
not
means
in-
that there is a particular experiencing event that is yet to happen is the understanding.
oh, sorry. So it is already there,
Hmm.
but I don't recognize it.
So when I say, or when you say, I don't recognize it, what is that recognition that needs to happen?
uh, that this experience is already there in me. I am the Brahman, and I am infinite myself. I don't have to make myself complete by having the things around me.
Okay, so then if I haven't yet experienced, so still there is a concept like it is already there, but still I feel separate from that, right?
Yeah.
That is why there is a sense of I haven't yet experienced. I haven't.
Yes. Yeah.
So you're now saying I'm not yet recognized.
Yeah.
So what brings a recognition then? Is there a difference between experience and recognition in this way of usage?
Uh, that experience is already there in me, but I am not recognizing it. And that happens through Atmajnana. This Aparoksha Anubhuti will help me. It will guide me in it. It gives me the clarity.
So it gives you the clarity. So then recognition happens. So then where is the gap then? What is the gap that Aparoksha Anubhuti study is bridging?
That it is bridging.
Or can you describe this through some example? Is there any example that helps you to describe what we are discussing?
Yeah. Like the lady who is wearing the necklace and searching for it everywhere. Similarly, I am searching for that thing which I have within me everywhere.
Okay. Within me again indicates I and somebody else. Within me means I am still going to find it within me. So it's somewhere there. I just need to figure it out.
It is because my awareness is still not pure, isn't it, sir? My awareness has to be increased, and only then will I be able to recognize what I have.
So where is it impure? My awareness is not yet pure. So what is aware? The way you are using my awareness, what is this awareness and how it can become pure?
Yeah, when I consistently focus on increasing my awareness by the things that are by following the things that Aparoksha Anubhuti or Tattvabodha teaches me, I think the awareness can be increased and
So
it can be
then
brought to the.
it must be a limited thing now. Awareness must be a limited thing now.
Yes, sir. It
Where,
is limited.
where is it limited? Where is it present? This awareness that you speak of, where is it present?
It is in me itself, sir.
Where? See, for example, if I ask you where is the nose, you can show. If I ask you, for example, how do you remember your name is Rupa? You will say, I remember it because I have something called as a memory. So where is that, you feel your awareness is limited? And then you and awareness must be two then, right? My awareness. So you have something called awareness. My nose. You and your nose. My glasses. I and my glasses. So me and my awareness. Awareness is then something that I have, like a car, like a house, like a sari.
It's me, sir. Awareness is nothing but me.
Awareness is nothing but you. Excellent. Then where are you limited?
That is just a feeling, isn't it, sir, that I have for now.
How is that feeling coming?
Because I'm conditioned, sir. For so many years, I have been conditioned.
If your awareness, where are you conditioned? Where is the conditioning?
In my mind.
In your mind. So your mind is conditioned.
Yeah.
Are you conditioned?
No. It is the same as it was, pure. But my mind is conditioned.
So when you see through the mind, you have a sense of a feeling of, oh, it is conditioned, I still need, right?
Yeah.
But awareness, which you say you are,
Yeah.
is awareness conditioned.
Awareness is not conditioned. Awareness, no, sir, it's not conditioned.
To give another analogy, so there is light which falls on the film and projects the movie. Is the light conditioned by the film? When you see the movie,
Light is as it is.
but when you see the movie, it appears different, no? Different colors, no?
It is because of that film.
It is because of the film. Has anything happened to the light itself?
No, nothing has happened to the light, sir.
Light has been as pure as ever, right?
Yeah.
Now, what about you then?
Yeah, myself is also as pure as it was.
Then what is then Aparoksha Anubhuti?
Aparoksha. It's my intuitive experience of reality, Brahman.
So now you answered all the questions.
Okay.
Are you separate from the awareness? You said no. Is awareness conditioned? No. So then, is this Aparoksha Anubhuti something that's going to happen someday?
No, sir, it is already there.
So then Aparoksha Anubhuti means what then? Simply a recognition.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Where is the recognition happening?
It should happen in recognition should happen in my mind.
In your mind, there is a false notion that I am separate.
Yes, sir.
When that false notion drops, what is there?
Then I myself will be there.
And when will that false notion drop? Is it someday that it will drop?
No, sir, it should happen now itself. But mm, it is my conditioning that is not allowing me to recognize.
Again, you got into the mix. Are you conditioned?
No, sir, I'm not conditioned. My mind is conditioned.
Your mind is conditioned. So how long does it take to know that you are not the conditioning that is available in the mind or is in the mind?
It doesn't take time, sir.
But then why is it again, one day I will have Aparoksha Anubhuti?
Yeah, I should be very careful while using words, sir.
This is the Maya Jala that we get caught into. That is why Guruji has given this beautiful example. Experience is about, we want something and we go and get it. I have not seen a fort, I go, I read about it, I go and I stand there and then I experience. So that is a sadhana siddhi. Whereas Aparoksha Anubhuti is jnana and mukti. You are already there. You have a false understanding that you are somewhere else. I want to see Mysore Palace. Standing in front of it, I've not known. I'm looking at my map and I'm looking everywhere. And I ask somebody, I want to see Mysore Palace. Oh, you're already there. Ah, okay. So it's simply a recognition.
Yes, sir.
So recognition of what? That you are that which you are seeking.
Yeah.
And it cannot be manufactured.
Yes, sir.
Awareness cannot be manufactured.
Yes, sir.
Can I say only the mind is the one that's, the conditioned mind is the one that's doing that separation and making it look different.
When you're seeing through the mind, the conditioning of the mind is the one which blocks and says that no, I'm still not there. I need to do that and that and that, and then only this will happen. So because the mind still has a conditioning that it is a sadhana siddhi. Mind still feels that hey, see, somebody said, somebody stood for 12 years on one leg and did some tapasya, then only this happened. Or somebody had a sadhana for 100,000 years and then only this happened. So therefore, the conditioning of the mind is again and again drawing back to, it's a sadhana siddhi. It gives you an illusion, it's a sadhana siddhi. One day, tak, there will be some light bulb. And suddenly, because we have seen in our culture, no? Mahatma is shown with the halo around. Gods are shown with halo around. So someday that light will appear and the chakra will start turning here. Everybody will say, hey, why are you carrying that chakra?
I was thinking of one example.
Yeah.
The difference where, like you're saying, like it's not, though we call it Anubhuti, experience, it's actually not experience, which, as experiences are always temporary and you need a object for the subject to experience. It's a correction of knowledge. The example I was thinking is this: earth is flat. Okay, so if I use the mind and the senses, it will never go beyond that earth is flat. But the correction in knowledge is it's round, which can be given only through knowledge. You can go and like take picture from outside and show it and present it to the mind, right? But mind with the senses, it can only see it flat. It's the limitation of the instrument, right? So only through a correction in knowledge that one can get that, okay, it is not flat, it is round. Same way, it is not, I'm not going to get something, some experience. It is just the correction in knowledge that there is no difference between the me and the Brahman, and it is just that the tool that is being used is what makes it look different, which is the mind.
Yeah, so that is, so we can in a way bring a distinction between Aparoksha Jnana and Aparoksha Anubhuti. Aparoksha Jnana is clarification to the intellect that you're already that. Because the intellect is the one through which you're deciding. So in that sense, Aparoksha Jnana is a clarity that you can express in words, through symbols, through descriptions. Aparoksha Jnana. What is Aparoksha Jnana? That you are already that. Aparoksha Anubhuti is, aha, that's all. The light, in the example that we were discussing with Deepa ji, the light falling on the film, so the light has ever been pure. As awareness, you have ever been pure. You are awareness. I am awareness. And it's not because I have a mind that I am awareness. It's not because there's a film that, I am light. Because light is there, and because there is screen and there is film, movie can be seen. I am light. And I am light doesn't need film or the screen to establish. I am light.
Another example of this, or to see it from the experience point of view, where Guruji says it's a process. If you see that that film is being used to view, and it is impure, that cleaning of it slowly opens, and then one day when it is fully clean, you see that, oh, okay, though there is no more cleaning beyond that, but through that already, that gradual process, the seer has got the full view of the scene, and when it is like completely clean, there is no more difference. It is just one. There is no coloring at all.
So please recognize, it's only because of the light that even the impurity was seen.
Are seen, correct.
Right? And who is cleaning? The someone within the impurity only is feeling, I'm so it's the aham. Where is the aham present? Aham itself is present within that impurity.
Within that impurity, yes.
So it's like that's why the wonderful analogy, the only way it can be kind of described is through the rope and the snake example. So a non-existent snake is trying to come out of the rope and saying that I don't exist. And eventually, I will prove that there is only rope. So the reflected consciousness or the ego, because it is getting connected with the mind is where there is a false notion. So therefore, it is constantly going back to that false notion. So simply recognizing that I am not the mind means even the reflected consciousness is not who I am. Of course, I use reflected consciousness to function a role, to play a game. I said Rupaji also wanted to participate.
So, sir, I saw that Deepa was using the awareness, that word awareness. I thought she wanted to say what awareness meant there was knowing, to be she was using, I thought she was using awareness in the place of knowing.
Okay,
Hmm.
so knowing also, who is knowing?
Her mind is knowing.
How can her mind know? How can the film, it's like saying, how can the film see the film? Can the film see the film? Is her mind something then that has the power to see? Or in other word, other example, in
Can
the
you not
drama stage,
say, can you not say the ego part of the mind, since we split the mind into 4 parts?
ego part of the mind, how does it get the power to see? From where is it getting the power to see? The ego is what? Fundamentally, what is ego? Who I think I am. So your thoughts are your ego. I am. You'll put so many other things next to it. I am girl, I am boy, I am Indian, I am so on and so forth, right? All this right-hand side is who you are thinking you are. So then where is ego truly? It's nothing but thought process. The thoughts, certain thoughts you are connecting to as I am, I am, I am. So are the thoughts by themselves capable of thinking? Yeah. So then is the mind by itself capable of knowing? To give another example, is the eye by itself capable of seeing?
No.
So eye and the mind are nothing but various parts of the mechanism.
Yeah.
It's like the film and the screen are nothing but and the projector are nothing but the part of the mechanism. It's the light that brings the movie onto the screen.
Yeah.
And the light is who you are.
Consciousness.
And when that light shines through a film, which has, say, song, that is what you will see.
Mm.
So therefore, it is the film is the one which has some kind of coating. The light never was coated. Light is not coated. Light will never be coated.
Originally, I'm the pure source, but then like I'm roaming around with this impure glass, and I get the jnana, I clean it, and I see it. But then like the next day, again due to the vasanas, again it's dirty.
What is dirty?
Seeing the same way as before.
Yeah. So where is that? Let's not use the word impurity. Where is that false understanding coming from? Because it is not got clear yet in the intellect, right? See, you will continue to see the snake here as long as there is not enough light in this picture. The moment you recognize it is not the snake, where is that? I still have to recognize. I have to. Oh, yesterday I recognized yesterday, but today let me go and check. Is it still the snake? Oh, yeah.
It's like we are with a group, where every time someone else is reacting, there is snake, and then like, no, I know that there is no snake. Right? It's like that we are in this society, and the society is doing all other things. And though in this session I may be with this group where we are seeing it like this, the moment you go out again, like you are with the mixed crowd, and you have to filter them again, saying no, it's not. But that is where I guess
So that is the it is not that the world is out there to pull you down. The world is out there to stabilize you.
Stabilize.
The world is out there as an exam center. You say, I have studied well. Okay, come, give the exam. In that situation, now what is 1 + 3? Okay, now give the answer.
Give it in 1 minute, 1 second. And that's where
So therefore, it is more like a error correction. So it's like, in other words, the waves of the ignorance were very high amplitude, but slowly. Yeah. So the world is out there not to pull me down. The world is out there to make sure that it is stable. Rupaji, you.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, so you wanted to clarify something.
No, I wanted to say that Deepa was using that awareness word in a wrong way, or maybe she wanted to say that she wanted to use that in the place of the word knowing. And awareness here we speak about is about our about the light of the self.
Yeah. And you are that. And recognizing I am that is Aparoksha Anubhuti.
Yes, sir.
So it is not a new experience. So I'm already standing in front of the Mysore Palace. There is no experience in that because it's already coming. It's already there. I'm there.
Sir, till you recognize it,
Yeah.
so you are going to experience the duality, right?
Till you recognize who is the one who is recognizing. So there is some ego entity, right? As long as
no,
the
that
ego...
is true. No, what I understand that part where the question like that is coming, but what I'm trying to understand is only when the mind is completely purified, you will be able to do that, right? So what we are doing currently is what is like slowly we are purifying the Chitta Shuddhi is happening slowly, and it depends like upon our whatever actions that we are doing every day also. Is it not dependent on that as well, like how much of purification is happening?
Okay, let's understand this completely purified. What do we mean by purification of the mind here?
There are, my understanding, there are many aspects of it for me. Like one is expansion of the mind itself, because it is very limiting. It is very, it is conditioned. So one is expansion of it. Second is
One
to be
minute.
inclusive.
Just let's just little deeper into that particular sentence. Mind is limited, expansion. So is the mind limited, or my thinking about the mind, that particular thought is a limited thought?
how can I not say that my mind is limited?
Because
Because if it would have, how I think is, if suppose it is not limited, suppose it is not limited, then will I not be recognizing my the self immediately?
so
Because I
there's
feel
a thought.
that the mind is the one that is stopping me from it. Is my I mean, is how I feel. Like my mind is the one that is not allowing me to how do I say, to recognize it, is what I feel, because it is the one that is like engaging in many things. It is having some lot of beliefs, conditionings, and this whole journey is like a journey to remove all those uh, belief systems, to come out of those conditionings, and to recognize that I am not limited by this. I should not be limited by this. So where is the corrections are happening there?
Correct. So now let us go slowly there. See, what is mind? There are
Collection
four
of
parts.
thoughts.
There are four parts, right? But fundamentally, mind is nothing but collection of thoughts. Okay. Now, unlike the eyes or the nose, we cannot see it, but we know it is there. Right? So that is what mind is. Correct?
Correct.
So nothing but your thought, particular thoughts. Now there is a thought which says that mind is limited. So therefore, every time I look at the mind through that thought, so the wonderful thing is, using that thought, I am examining mind. So therefore, I am coming to the conclusion it is limited. Of course, it is limited. I'm wearing a yellow glass and I'm saying that the world is yellow. Of course, it is correct. But don't I need to realize that I'm wearing the yellow glass to see the world?
Yeah, but how can I deny what I'm experiencing?
It is not denial.
I might be saying in a thought that my mind is not limited, or my mind has expanded, something like that. I can change my thought, but then
No, it is not,
what if there is a contradiction in what I'm experiencing?
Correct. That is where you need to apply the jnana to see if it is truly a contradiction. So, for example, my mind is expanding. Again is a thought which is saying that mind is something small, it has to expand. What has to expand? Nothing has to expand. The thought that the mind is limited, when I remove the yellow color glass, that's all. It is not about expansion, because it is never contracted in the first place. When I see, it's like the home. Before the home is constructed in a vacant plot, there is full of open space. The moment I start raising walls, oh, there is room, there is a kitchen, a main hall. Oh, the space is limited. Has the space become limited?
No, we created the walls.
Because I'm seeing within the boundary of the wall and saying it is limited, it is limited. I just have to recognize that my point of view is what I need to modify.
Yeah, so in the current example that you gave, to destroy that wall,
no,
that's
you
what
don't
I'm
have to
saying.
destroy
Till you
the
finish
wall.
destroying, or you get rid of that walls, is it not? Don't you experience duality? Is my question.
Why do you have to destroy the wall to recognize that the space is unlimited? You just have to shift your viewpoint. Instead of standing in the room and looking at the room continuously and saying that space is limited, as we are now discussing, you say, okay, let me take a look at the plan. Oh yeah, when I look at it from above, oh yeah, it is not really limited at all. So there is no need to destroy the wall. I just have to shift my viewpoint. So therefore, it is never really about destroying the mind. You will not be able to destroy the mind. It is not about destroying the mind or expanding the mind, because it was never constricted in the first place. There is a limitation in the thought process. So therefore, I impose upon the world the limitation of the thought. The yellow color glass is my limitation. Where is that? That's a thought. That thought has to be corrected. So therefore, the correction mechanism, there is a sadhana. So it is not that you are sitting there cleaning all the things in the mind. Oh, there are impure thoughts. I have to somehow modify them. No, recognize that I have been looking at the world using the yellow color glass. Then naturally, then when that yellow color symptom goes away, then when you see that, oh, it's never been different, then your thoughts that were prompting you to do, maybe let's say, I want to grab something. From who are you grabbing and for what are you grabbing? Because if this yellow color glass is removed properly, if it is not there, then where is the question of grabbing? So Ratnakara becomes Valmiki.
Then, sir, where is really the obstacle then?
The obstacle is the thought that I am limited. The obstacle is the thought that I am whatever the names I give. I am whatever, so on and so forth. So the very thought process that I am ego is the fundamental obstacle. I am the ego is the fundamental obstacle. I am something else. I am lady. I am born there. I am born here. I am that parent. I did that. This is my qualification. This I am. This way of conditioning I am. This way of describing who I am. That is the fundamental limitation.
So using that identity only to work in the world. However, with the knowledge that you are not any of this.
Excellent. So realize when you are in the world, it is a light falling on the movie or the movie reel and projecting onto the screen. Realize that. And you are the light. So while it is getting projected, whatever the role is coming, realize, it's just coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. You're not always a wife. You're not always a mother. You're not always Indian. Those identities come and go. Those are functional identities. You're none of those identities in reality, but you use them to function in the world.
Then why is it so difficult to recognize?
Because the deep-rooted thought that I am something else. Yeah, it's like how long it took for you to say your name is Padma? Some 2.5 years, no? It takes time, the baby was conditioned. The baby kept on coming. You've seen little children. Padma is feeling hungry. Amma, give me some food. Amma says, hey, you are Padma. Who are you? Everybody comes and says, I am Chikkappa. Who are you? So that conditioning has got deep rooted. That I am a lady. I am somebody. I am whatever, right? That thought is deep-rooted thought. In the sense of what? Deep-rooting means what? In terms of thoughts. See, first time some impression comes to you, it is not deep-rooted yet. But second time the same thing comes, third time the same thing comes. Like that.
Yeah, over and over again. It is repeated.
It has become a deep impression. The stone has got a deep impression. how does the rainwater become a stream? So somewhere it starts flowing, and as it starts flowing, the ground there becomes deeper and deeper impregnated with that river water flow. And now there is a flow up that appears. And now we say that is where river is. So we recognize the river. So the way the river flows is wherever water started making some inroad.
Maybe if I can add, it's here with the realization, it's not that there will be a drastic change in we still will exist in this transactional plane, and we will be transacting. It is just that with the change in the understanding of who I am. Initially, it was I am Saravanan, I am dad and husband. Now, like the Saravanan will continue. It is just that Brahman appearing in different forms, and like Saravanan is one of the forms, and so all the other people or all the other objects, and so that the transacting with that knowledge should result in the change or experience. Earlier, like I will get offended when something happens when I didn't have this jnana, but now I know that like there is no one different.
Why did you say that you won't change, Saravananji? Like,
why did I say that we won't change?
you won't change. You said that once the realization happens, you won't change.
Yeah, that's why it's a the way I see it is as a correction in the knowledge of who I am, but that doesn't mean that I will disappear from the transactional plane. I will still continue to exist in the transactional plane. Now the thing is, how stable is that correction in knowledge for me?
So let's pause there. I will continue to exist indicates I as a body and mind.
Body as a mind, yes.
So we need to be clear here. From the viewpoint of Brahman, never a correction needed.
No.
It is always pure. Recognition of that naturally means that there is no more body-mind association. In the sense that
identification may be there.
In the sense that I am that. See, I am that body, I am that mind. That association stops.
Yes, correct. Correct.
However, from the viewpoint of someone looking at you, who are you? Oh, I'm Saravanan. What are you doing? I work there.
Yes. The transactional thing will continue.
And the change question that Padmaji is bringing is, okay, from the viewpoint of somebody else, Saravanan, what happened? You used to get so angry earlier. Now you seem to be so cool. How you became so chill?
Yeah, means what I'm trying to say is with realization. Now, see, we have not experiences. The only person I know who is realized is Prabhuji, right?
Now, how do you know that, Padmaji?
Yes.
He is realized, sir. How can I even say that? I don't know.
No, do you believe?
How do you know that he is realized?
Because of the way he is. That's why I'm asking, why did he say
So
that
then,
I don't change? Because Guruji is not like anyone else that you see in this whole, I mean, at least in whomever I have seen, he's not like any one of them.
Fair enough. However, you are not like any one of others. Rupaji is not like any one of others. Shilpakalaji is not like any one of others. So
No, I mean, see, the way he functions tells that he is very different from anyone that you have seen, right?
So how the functioning you're connecting to realization?
No, I'm saying that he is so giving. He is so non-judgmental. He, if you even if you go with the most stupidest question, he's not going to make any thing out of that. He's not going to
Even a
say that
little
you are
child,
this, you are that, right?
two-year-old child is giving. 2-year child is non-judgmental.
Yeah, sir, but it is very near to the self, right? It is closer before the conditioning, right? It is
So,
closer.
which
That's why
means
they
what?
don't have that.
Which
No,
means
no.
what?
What I'm see, what I'm asking is, uh, don't you think that with realization, that is the change that will come in you, the inclusion. I mean, being inclusive, and when you think that everyone is one, won't that change you? Is what I'm asking.
So now again, that's why this is being seen from the standpoint of somebody else. So Padma is giving a certificate to Prabhuji saying that Prabhuji is realized. Now, that is not the question at all. Now, whether Prabhuji is realized is his problem. What is Padmaji's inner reality? What Padmaji is recognizing? How Padmaji is functioning is the only truth that is out there. Realize you have not seen anyone apart from you, outside of you. Your own thought process is the one which is coloring that this is how realized being should be. So because of the thought, for example, if let's say the thought was realized being should be wearing certain color of dress, and they should be living in a certain place, then that is what you would have projected as, oh, then this is realized. Only when someone dresses like Ramana Maharshi is one realized, and lives with very minimal possession, one is realized. Oh, there is somebody called Sadguru Jaggi Vasudev. He travels in cars, bikes, and planes. He cannot be realized. So like that, it may be there. But where is it all? Where all these thought processes are coming? Where is that conditioning? Or where is that thought? Within you, in your mind. In the way you have defined what is realization from an external viewpoint. Oh, realized being should look like this, should function like this, is what you have brought from outside. What you're saying, I'm not saying is incorrect. Why one becomes giving? Because there is no other. Why one is non-judgmental? Because what is there to judge? What is there to judge about, how your finger is? But this finger is not nice. It is part of your body. So only if it's something other than you, there's a judgment about it. So therefore, what you're saying is correct. But why are you imposing that someone is realized and someone is not realized? How do you recognize that? Through certain external characteristics that we have read or heard. But how do you know that is the reality? In the sense of that there is no ignorance. We cannot claim that. We cannot say that. So therefore, that is not the question at all. It is about you and you and you alone. Are you there, Padmaji?
Yeah.
Vedanta is finally talking about you only.
and
like the more we bring, we create the duality again, and we get into again.
Yeah,
I am small. I am not there, and like we keep pushing ourselves away and away and away.
So one day, when I also am as giving as Prabhuji, as non-judgmental as Prabhuji, and maybe even grow a mustache and wear a pancha like Prabhuji, then Padmaji is realized. So now Rupa just to come and say, see, I have not seen a giving and a non-judgmental person like Padmaji. So now Padmaji is realized. But have you ever heard Prabhuji say, I'm realized?
None of them say that, no. None of them say that. I have never
And then
heard
why are
anyone
you
say
saying
that.
that?
Maybe only when you realize you won't say that. Till then, there is another one who is saying all this.
So there is someone who you have to become like.
I don't know.
So the thought that, these are the characteristics, this is how realization means, is a thought, isn't it? What you are expressing fully with you, Padmaji. When someone is fully established, you can see it in their very action. You can see it in their very being. Correct?
Yeah.
That,
I mean, isn't that what attracted us to that being itself, right? I mean, they are not saying that I am realized, come follow me, become my disciple, or I will help you and all that, right? It is like how the bees go to the flower. It's like that, right? Natural.
correct. Why did the bee go to the flower in the first place? Because the bee thought that, I don't have honey. But this flower called Sadguru, what the Sadguru is saying?
You have the
No,
honey.
you are the very source of honey.
Yeah.
So, but by saying that, I am not that, again by saying that one day I will be like Prabhuji, you are denying yourself the very truth that the Sadguru is offering.
I'm not saying that I want to be like Prabhuji, but I mean,
see, you will not
isn't the seeking itself starts from there, sir? Like
that is correct, Amma. That is correct, Prabhuji. All that is from the viewpoint of who, the one who says that.
The one who is seeking, say.
Where is that one who is seeking?
In the mind.
There is an identity who is seeking. Mind itself cannot seek. There is an identity.
Got it.
There is an identity called as I am unrealized. An unrealized, a seeker identity. A seeker identity is saying, I am unrealized. That is ego. Ego means what? Who I think I am. So the seeker identity is saying, I am seeking. What am I seeking? Liberation, moksha. Okay, so now how does it look like? It looks like Prabhuji. What does it mean to look like Prabhuji? Oh, need to be calm, need to be all forgiving, need to be all inclusive, need to be giving. So the seeker identity has established these as criteria.
So this again, the mind is coming into picture, no sir. That's why I was mentioning that the mind needs to expand, because it is again limited. Even to Prabhuji, I am labeling him as this, no? Right? He might be much more than even what I cannot even envision in my mind.
Who is limiting? Who is putting all these labels? The sense of who I think I am. I am a seeker. That seeker identity is again and again defining all this. In that seeker identity, there may also be some other things. Okay, only when somebody exhibits these powers, they are there. So like that, the seeker identity defines certain criteria.
But don't you have to have that to at least walk on this path?
So walking on the path means what? Walking on the path means that I still am seeing the snake. Correct?
Mm.
And what is Sadhguru again and again drawing our attention to?
It's not a snake. It's a
It's
rope.
not a snake. Recognize you're already there. Recognize you're already there. You're holding a rope and claiming a snake. Why are you getting into that again and again? That is what Sadhguru is again and again pointing at. So, as long as that identity of the seeker is there, the seeker identity wants to do things, wants to travel, wants to do sadhana. Because the seeker is in the sadhana siddhi mindset.
Mm.
Seeker identity, seeker can only function in the sadhana siddhi way of world. There is a aim. What is the aim? I have to become like that, or I will become like that. Now I am not that. So there is a action. What?
Mm.
Okay, chant, transcribe. This is
Study scriptures, all this.
right. Nothing wrong. None of it is rejected. Please do not think that whatever I'm saying is to reject any of this. All of this is the seeker identity has to realize that seeker identity is a false identity.
Mm.
Seeker identity is not truly there. It's an identity that is getting created as the true light is falling on the film because of the various colors in the film. It's an identity that is there in the thought process. So until that thought, the seeker thought. So earlier it was a sufferer thought. There is a sufferer identity. I am suffering in this world. So that was before the spiritual journey began. Then when the spiritual journey began, the sufferer thought, I want to become free. So I want to become free. I'm a seeker. So the sufferer became a seeker. Now the seeker, as long as the seeker is there is no mukti.
This is, we can say, same as I am small and there is God, like completely different from me. I am just a small jiva and like there is Brahman. I can never be Brahman.
So as long as the ego takes different shapes and forms. Ego is like that water which takes the form of the vessel. So the ego first was I'm a little child, I'm just a little baby. Then I'm a teenage girl, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm an Indian. So it's who's taking all these shapes? A thought, a thinking. All this is nothing but identity game fundamentally. But who's taking these identities? So the identity themselves are totally fictional. It's like, see this? What Ramana Maharshi is saying? Can you read it out, Padmaji?
Yes, sir. Mind is awareness on which you set limits. You are originally unlimited and perfect. You later on, you have embraced the limitations and became the mind. Okay. Okay. Till now the understanding was, we are born with the mind. Like mind is a part of, just like when you are born, there is a body. I had an understanding that,
Because the light is falling, you've always been the light. Because you took the identity called something in that mind, you become the limitation.
This seems so sad, sir. Why will somebody become like this? It's a tragic
fun.
story. It is like,
It is
oh
not.
my God.
Having fun, Padmaji.
No, really, like, oh, why you
Would you have been able to laugh like this? Would you have been able to
Yeah.
laugh like this if you hadn't done that?
I know. I'm
Someone,
like, oh my
one
God.
with unlimited power and not doing anything, it's boring also.
Yeah. Oh God.
Hmm.
So therefore, sadhana is needed to remove those. So in another way of looking at this, this is slightly longer to read. Who wants to read this? Shilpakalaji, you want to read?
Yes, sir. You have to exist simultaneously in 2 dimensions, the dimension of action and the dimension of non-action. In the dimension of action, you are a prisoner who must break free. Therefore, he has to act vigorously to break free. In the dimension of non-action, you are the sky. Who can capture the sky? And you can exist in both the dimensions. That is what I repeatedly emphasize on. Remember that you exist in both the dimensions. Don't forget any or either of them. If you forget that you are a prisoner, you will remain a prisoner because you will not even try to break free of the prison. And if you forget that you are the sky, then even if you break free from the prison, you will have nowhere to go to. You will just land in a bigger prison because you have forgotten that you are the sky. How can there be freedom now? You will move from prison to prison. You will know that you are a prisoner, and yet you will remain a prisoner. You will be very, very eager for freedom, and yet you will just move from one prison to the other if you do not remember that you are already the sky.
This is exactly how I feel.
Yeah. Yeah. You were someone before, you got better now, and you will continue to get better little. And someday you will become fully better and you don't know when.
You know, just before Sir shared that, I was going to ask him one question, like, just like I evolved into this spiritual thing, will I evolve into realization from here one day?
Guru Padmaji.
Oh my God. But
Maybe
really, the sentence described here is what I feel like, oh my God, like, so you break free from that and you have come into a even bigger prison and you don't know how to get out of this.
So here, the prison is the identity. From a ignorant identity to a seeker identity to a realized person identity. That's also an identity. As long as it's an identity, it will never be accomplished. Because realized, these are the definitions of realized. So it is an identity. That's why you see so many varieties in terms of how the world is the one which is giving them the title, but they themselves are simply, they have become just like how nature is. There is no definition for the space. You cannot put limitations on the space. Space is this or that, is a very limiting way of defining space. silence is this or that is a very limited way of defining silence.
Padmaji, one more. I just want to answer to that question. Like, so sad. Why are we going through it? I think it is who like we seek, right? People, let's say, go and watch a movie. Why? They seek, and they seek because it starts with that lack again. They're like, I am not like that, or I'm not happy now, or someone will make me happy. Right? So
Yeah.
I think it just goes down to that simple thing that I am seeking because I feel the lack.
Yeah. And probably I think the seeking, we might also have done all those seeking before, and then when the result we didn't get the result, we have assumed another form of seeking.
No, and like sometimes once you seek, you get it, then you look at the next lack. Okay, now I got them. Okay, what next? And there is unlimited that next. There is no end to that next.
That's why nahi gnanena sadrisham. Only gnana can clarify the error in recognition. Nahi gnanena sadrisham.
But sir, there is one more question. Like even in the spiritual path now, if you see, I mean, I don't know why it is framed like that, but then the way the scriptures are also, it is like that, no sir, like intermediate, beginners level, and now we are in intermediate, and then there will be an advanced level. So it's like they also know that somewhere there they know that okay, this is not going to end so quickly. So because now that we are here, we'll keep pursuing it, right? Like, okay, I mean, actually speaking, isn't Tattva Bodha itself not enough to,
Yes.
I mean, give you the clarity who you are, but then you're still not getting it. So what will you do? You will ask for more.
If we don't get it, then we will move to the...
So you'll ask for more. So they've already come up with all those things. Like, okay, now you go to this level now.
So that fellow called God is a Dayamaya, right? Karunamaya, right? So the child is crying, saying, I want. So, okay, take. What do you want? Another level. What difficulty is there in creating another level? Okay, there is another level. So keep adding levels.
Padmaji, in companies, they do this to show that like you are improving in life. They create virtual levels, and then they say like you are promoted to this level. And B and like A, B, C, D, so that you feel that okay, there is some change. I'm moving up. Right?
I know. I've experienced this with my husband, Sarananji. After that appraisal, he will say, I don't know why they even bothered giving this thing down.
So that's why, Padmaji, the very important prakriya is adhyaropa apavada. Adhyaropa apavada. So where there is no snake, I am superimposing snake. But unfortunately, to remove the ignorance, that is the only teaching methodology. So, because the mind is in the concepts, so you bring the concept of a rope and a snake, and then when you remove the snake is not there, then snake was never there, is the next logical immediate recognition. Well, snake was never there. It's not that snake was there and it now somebody took it away. It's not like that, no. Because the snake was never there in the first place. But I kept on thinking snake is there.
Yeah.
So superimposing something that is not there is happening because of this mechanism of identity, and the identity becoming separate from the rest, and that identity wanting to experience the rest.
Mm, mm.
So I feel like the more we tune out of what we seek, we will also stop hearing or stop seeing the other things. In the Jagat, we see
Sorry, Saravanan-ji, can you repeat that?
the more we tune out by not seeking, I think those will disappear slowly, and finally you may not see anything other than the one. I think all those that one goes through is because of the identification. The identification started with some seeking at some point of time. I feel like again that going to that marketplace example, right? You may be there, but like you will not just see it because you are not seeking that anymore. Even if it is there, it doesn't affect you.
Here I feel that even if we are evolving, right, it is not very, I mean, it is very subtle is what I think.
No, so we are evolving. I don't know how many of you are there. So,
Yeah.
It's
Sir, you
do
keep catching
like to
only
see
this
the oneness
point.
here.
I've noticed. Whoever speaks will say, okay, who is this? Who is this saying?
Padmaji, it feels good to have the oneness here. Pull everyone and say that we are all.
Yeah, anyway, we are one.
I may be evolving, but then like let me include everyone. Including Prabhuji.
The inclusion is already coming there, Saravanan-ji.
So that's where we address one of the we, but we have forgotten to address the other parts of the we. So they come up, hey, you did not talk to me only. It is like Ramana's 10 head. No, you're talking to one head and the other 9 head is saying, hey, talk to me also. Excellent. Yeah. So that see, that is where there's a kind of jnana coming in, and then jnana getting stabilized. So jnana coming in is through Sadguru's Vakya, Shruti. Getting stabilized is where there is a combination of manana, nididhyasa, seva, satsanga. It's a combination. Because it's only through this churn that you're never going to be somebody else, something else. Because you are not a body. See, the whole idea is, I want to become somebody. So realize that I am nobody. So you will not, body-wise, there will not be any changes. Outside also, there may not be any changes. A realized being maybe even exhibiting anger. And world will think, what kind of a realized person it is. He's so angry at everybody. He throws things. Prabhuji gives the example of his Sadguru Ajja. First time when Prabhuji's wife and one of the I think friend of Prabhuji who drove together to meet Sadguru Ajja. So he was in a room, and as they went, he started talking so many gibberish. For so long he talked something, and his friend got fed up. He said, okay, I don't know why we are here, and he walked out. After he walked out, he said, I called only the two of you. Why did you bring him? Then he spoke to Prabhuji. Okay, that is the incident that Prabhuji narrates. So like that, from the viewpoint of the world, you may be, Shiva may be standing right in front of you, but you may be looking at a Chandala. Shiva may be standing in front of you, you may be looking at a beggar. So therefore, I don't have the capacity to recognize who is Shiva, who is not Shiva. What I do know,
Correct.
how I feel inside. What kind of inner clarity is there? So it's therefore about me in the ultimate sense of realization. Is it all okay, Padmaji?
Yes, sir. Sir, could you please share the previous thing in the group, the Ramana Maharshi one? Yeah.
Definitely, I will share that.
Hmm.
Sir,
Yes, Deepaji.
what is the meaning of Nidhi Dhyasana? Shravana is to listen, Manana is to understand, and I don't know the meaning of Nidhi Dhyasana. Nidhi means wealth, isn't it?
Correct.
Dhyasana,
Dhyasa means to protect, to guard. So the realization that you have, like we discussed so far, as you go into the world and then you start interacting, to remain as you are. So as and when there are errors in judgment, bring the Vedanta Jnana and come back. Oh, I'm getting irritated. Okay, what is the source of irritation? Okay, who is getting irritated? Am I the irritated one? So like that, again and again, going back, holding on to the realization. To be with the truth is Nidhi Dhyasa.
yeah, that is not being deviated, getting into the material things in them.
Yeah, in the sense that not getting into illusion again.
Okay.
So see, there is no material and non-material. There is nothing apart from you fundamentally. Oh, this is material, I will object to it. This is spiritual, I will go for it. That is also then there is a false understanding. So simply flow with life, and wherever there is a friction or any kind of vagueness or any kind of waves appearing in the mind, and you're getting drifted away with the mind, bring the Vedantic truth again back. Go back to the truth.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Shilpa Kalaji, anything else from your viewpoint?
No, sir. No, sir.
So was today's discussion on what is Aparoksha Anubhuti useful for you?
Yes, sir, it was. Yes. But I believe, sir, I'll have to go through the video again, because many words are used, and sometimes too much information confuses me, sir.
Sure. Which word is confusing you right now?
So right now, I feel I have to sit and contemplate, go through it again, sir.
Please do that.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Deepaji, are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, excellent. Shilpa Kalaji, shall we end it with the prayer?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, lead me from untruth, ignorance to truth, darkness to light, impermanence, death to permanence, immortality. Om, peace peace, peace. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamada Purnamadaya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Om, that is complete. This is complete. From completeness comes completeness. When completeness is removed from completeness, what remains is complete. Om, peace, peace, peace.
Nanu.
Nanu, Nane,
Nanembudu.
Nanu, Nanembudu, Nanalla, Edeha Manabuddhi, Nanalla, Sachitanandatma, Shiva, Nanu Nane, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I am not the body, I am not the mind. I am Satchit Ananda Swarupi Shiva. Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. Atmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Satyadarshanam. Recognition of the self is recognition of the whole. Recognition of the whole is recognition of truth. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukmiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamrutat. We worship the three-eyed one who is fragrant and who nourishes all. Like the fruit falls off from the bondage of the stem, may we be liberated from death, from mortality. Lokaha samasthaha sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy, healthy, peaceful. Harihi Om Tat Sat.
Thank you very much, Shilpakala ji. Thank you
Thank
all.
you, sir.
Hari
Thank
Om
you,
everyone. Thank you so
Hari
much.
Om.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
Thank you.
Hari Om.
Everyone. Hari Om, everyone.
Hari Om.